How's it going, everyone? Figured I'd give some quick info on how I polish my pieces. So here is a Hart Mountain nodule that I cut the other day. I'm working on this machine right here. This is called a bowl wheel. I got a 12-inch sandpaper disc over here and a 4x12 expanding drum over here that takes sandpaper belts. So right now I am working at getting the saw marks out over on this right hand side with the disc. So you can see I've still got some saw marks right here. Still got a few saw marks in there, and then this big section here where my saw tapered off a little bit. So the big thing I'm looking at here is the glare. I'm not so much looking at the surface itself, I'm looking at how the surface interacts with light. So I'll check back in when I'm done with this stage. This may be slightly difficult to see, but I'm done with the first stage. All the saw marks are gone, my piece is perfectly flat, and all my scratches are running this way across the face. Let's see if I can get it to focus. You can see the light rolls this way. The next stage, I'm going to run a 400 grit belt and run my scratches the other way. So I'll check in when I'm done with that. Alright, I think it'll be a little easier to show what I'm looking at with this indoor light. So I'm trying to be careful not to roll the edges because I want to keep this thing flat. And you can see my scratches are running lengthwise now, but you'll see like this little spot right here still needs some work. This little spot right here, I see scratches from the last stage. The edges are always the trickiest. The center looks good to go. But because this is a mix of jasper and quartz, I really want to try to make sure to spend extra time on the edges because it's already going to polish a little bit different. So I want to make sure I set myself up for a good polish. You can see over here, not quite ready. This looks pretty good along here. But this will be a little tricky because this is super smooth and this is a little porous. And crystalline quartz, in my experience, responds just a little differently than cryptocrystalline quartz. So almost done, but not quite. Okay, got all the scratches out from the previous stage. These fractures look kind of bad because they're filled with rock dust, but should clean up pretty well by the end. So this is a perfect pre-polish, quote unquote. So this is ready for cerium, and then we're done. All right, final step here. Yes, it's dirty. I'm gonna get this carpet nice and wet, spread a little cerium on there, and finish this thing up. I like to keep the piece moving because I found if you hold it still in one spot, the cerium tends to etch grooves on the surface, and I want this to be as uniform as possible. Alright, I think we're done. Finally, the last very important step is to clean this right away. I don't want any cerium settling in these cracks and crevices. Alright, here it is all finished up. I hit it with a little glass cleaner just in case there were any hard water stains or anything like that. But it looks pretty good, and this is all finished. It's a little overcast today, but I figured I'd show you how it looks in natural lighting as well. It's got some fractures, but overall I think it looks alright. Cool nodule from Hart Mountain in Southern Oregon. And just to be clear, there are many ways to use a bowl wheel. This is not necessarily the only right way to do it, but the process you just saw is exactly the same as what I would use for something much bigger, like this specimen or this slab. Anything with a cut face that I want to polish, I'm doing the exact same steps. The piece I did today was pretty small, just wanted to get something done more quickly, but same process, but not the only way to do it. And there it is, on display next to some of my other favorite Hart Mountains. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day.